Today, Derek and I are breaking down the 2021 Clemson recruiting class. We're going to be going through each member of this class, breaking down our thoughts as fans of Clemson football on how we feel like these players are going to fit in to the Clemson culture and the Clemson program moving into next season. Well, again, we're just two Clemson grads that love nothing more to talk a little bit more about Clemson football. So stay tuned, stick with us, help us out, like and subscribe as we break down the Clemson 2021 recruiting class.
Dietrick Pennington. He is a four-star offensive guard from Cordova, Tennessee. He's the 13th rated offensive guard and the number 5 overall prospect from the state of Tennessee, the second Tennessee recruit we have. His national rank is 211. And, you mentioned earlier you can't teach speed. You can't teach size either. He is 6'5", 326 pounds. So he is, 50 pounds heavier than Tristan Leas. He's a big dude. He's a really big dude. He's not enrolled yet. He'll come in the spring. Erik, give me one word for Dietrick Pennington.
We've talked about a lot of different offensive tackles, guards, centers in this class, and along with our freshmen and redshirt freshmen that are already at Clemson. So my word for Dietrick is groom. To me, Dietrick brings depth. He's 6'5", 326. He's a massive human being. He played tackle in high school, but it sounds like he's going to move inside to guard. He's a multi-sport athlete. He needs to work on being aggressive. He needs to work on getting low. It's hard to get low when you're 6'5". I think he might need to trim some fat. He might need to build up some finesse and some footwork. I think that's going to come with time. To me, this is a depth play. At 6'5", 326, he's already got the build. It's now just grooming him to become a really good offensive tackle or guard at the next level in college. What do you think? And what's your word for him?
My word for him is mountain. This is just one of those guys you love to have in the weight room. He's the guy, like when you're doing weights and you're doing your squat max and your bench max, this just feels like one of the guys that everyone just rallies around just to watch him do one more squat, just to see how much he can bench. I think he is just going to be a massive human being. And 6'5", 326 at 18 years old just should not be happening. We'll see what his technique is like. The film on him is a little limited. We could find a couple things, but there's not as much tape on him as there are some of these other prospects. So it's kind of hard to see. You mentioned earlier, like staying low. If you're 6'5", 326 and you're 18 years old playing in high school, like you're not used to staying low. You can take one arm and shove them off. And so I'm assuming he probably has some techniques that he needs to work out, be in our system for a little bit. But again, just such a big guy that I just can't imagine he does not end up a starter for us. Probably not day one, just because I think he'll need to get more technique down, just a blind guess. But again, I think he can be a multi-year starter for us later on.
The one thing I have to say is that I'm super excited that he's a recruit from Tennessee. I like continuing this pipeline from Tennessee. We've always kind of fought with UT, and I know that Tennessee's kind of fallen off more recently, but Clemson needs to continue to get these top 5 classes. We need to pull players from all over. And Florida, as much as it's been a pipeline, and Georgia's been a pipeline for us, these states like Tennessee and Virginia and some of these other ones that are touching South Carolina are huge pipelines for us. And just having even one recruit from that state keeps that pipeline open for the future. So that's another thing that Dietrick gives us as a recruit from Tennessee.
Love the pipeline.
That's our breakdown. If you enjoy our content, help us out, like, subscribe to our channel, add a comment below. We'll be breaking down every single 2020 recruit from the 2021 Clemson class in the near future. So check out the Tiger Football Talk YouTube channel and go Tigers.